just a tad. Okay, so today's reading so far is going to be, how does he or she slash feel for you? And I'm going to do two readings in one video today. So you can see, if you're dating someone that's a he, you're going to see how he feels. And if you're dating someone that's a she, you're going to see how she feels for you. And that's going to be how the reading goes, okay? That way all of you guys can get a little bit more insight and more detail. All right, Spirit, please guide and direct me with my tarot cards today. Let me feel the messages that best come to me for the person that needs to hear it the most. Give me a message of truth, of love, of light. I want my guides to be with me, my angels to be with me. Guide me in a message in my heart and in my soul and in my mind. Let me see the truth for the person that needs to hear this message. How does he or she feel for you? Let's start with she. How does she feel about you? How does she feel about you? She. How does she feel? Spirit, guide and direct me for she. How does she feel for this person? So, all right, 2 readings, 1 video. Okay. So we're going to start with she. He will be next. I know these are DM's confessions, but I'm going to use it for the she in this video as well, okay? So I hope you don't mind. Okay, how does she feel for the person that needs to hear this message? How does she feel? Okay. All right, bottom of the deck is I've read and reread every message that you've sent me. Those words that you say to me are very, very deep in my heart. So she feels like everything you say is so special. She has to hang on to it. She has to reread it just to feel your energy. Bottom of the deck is she feels kind of stuck, like she can't get through a barrier. She doesn't really know how you feel. She doesn't understand exactly what's going on in your situation. She kind of feels like she's in some weird world with you. Like she's trying to get a different perspective, but it's a little difficult. Right now, she's going through some kind of a spiritual reflection inside herself to kind of figure out what she wants and who she is and what you want and what is the possibilities. So she's kind of learning from her mistakes also, is actually what I'm hearing. So your person is learning from her mistakes. This is from a she. Spirit, source, what is the message about this person for my collective? You have what it takes. Always follow your heart unless it's been broken. Then you must lead your heart back into love. P.S. Did you know that hearts are never too big to mend, too small to rebound, or too tired to love again? So it looks like she's been heartbroken before. You've probably been heartbroken before. And you're both kind of figuring out you have what it takes to fall in love again, to have love again. We also have turn on your love light. So she's very turned on by you. Okay? She's really turned on by you. Sometimes the best way to remain sane is to love like crazy. So this person loves you like crazy, all right? This person is nuts about you, crazy about you, and there's nothing else to it. They just have their love light on for you. You'll find what you seek. Look at the heart right there in the universe. I just noticed that for like the first time. If you've ever suddenly found and been loved by someone, amazing, awesome, fun, and fantastic. Chances are astronomical you will again. If you haven't found such a person, chances are astronomical you will. So this is an astronomical person. You have found what you've been seeking in her. So if you're watching this video, just know if you're dealing with a she, a her, she's the one. She's crazy about you and only you. And this is the right one for you. But honestly, overall, under all, there's a pause in your guys' connection. There's no way you guys can move it forward at this time. There's some kind of a block and a barrier. And believe it or not, it's divine timing. You guys are making progress, 3 of Pentacles. So this relationship is definitely going forward in some way, even if it's slow and steady, it's moving, okay? And then we have Page of Swords, which is I like texting you, calling you, talking to you. There's going to be a lot of communication between you and this person over the phone. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So check your signs there, but you guys are back and forth, back and forth. This person is also younger than you, if that gives you some kind of insight on who this is. This person may be 3, maybe 4 years younger than you. And this person definitely wants to step up in a relationship with you. But what's going on with this block? Before I move into the cards, this is a love of a lifetime. You have the King of Passion, the King of Romance, the King of Love, the King of Cups. Okay, that's what cups stand for, love and emotions. And he is the ultimate. So this relationship is like, out of all loves to be had, this is the ultimate love that you'll ever have. The top, the peak. All right. I'm gonna drink this coffee. You okay? Okay, honey. So I'm going to put those away for a second. And let's get into how she feels about you. We have 6 of Cups, fate. She feels that you guys were brought together by Source, Creator, the universe. That this was fate, that it was destiny. And guess what? It was. Or this card wouldn't come out. You guys were brought together, maybe in your youth, maybe in childhood you guys were brought together, but if not, in a past life, because the 6 of Cups marks the past, and it definitely heralds nostalgia. So this woman thinks lovingly of you and fondly of you in the past, and there's a lot of, I want to reconcile with you, I want to have something again with you, like I'm thinking about our past. And look, there's the angel, Archangel Michael. And it could be Archangel Raphael. I mean, who knows? But he's there lovingly watching over the both of you and bringing you guys together. So she feels that you guys were brought together spiritually. Supporting that is, I do want to get together, have a family, have a home, and have all of you forever to call my own. So she wants to build a life with you. Okay, that's what she wants to do. She wants to build a life. She wants to share a house and have a family. That's what she wants. And she sees it with only you. She doesn't see it with anybody else. Does she love you? Yeah, that's like all in these cards. Cancer vibes are strong here, but go ahead and include Pisces and Scorpio if you'd like. The next one is third party. So the situation may be a third-party situation. It probably is, or this fucking card wouldn't come out. Now, as you see in the image, black and white photo with the red rose, she's gripping this flower because she doesn't want to let go of you, but holding on to you is hurting her, and so she's bleeding, okay? So this is a very painful third-party relationship, yet this person still loves you. Supporting that situation is, I love that you can see my truth, but it scares the shit out of me too. So you can see this girl's truth. She can see yours. There's this beautiful connection. At the same time, it's really frightening that you guys have that kind of a connection. Maybe she has somebody else. Maybe you have somebody else, however that cookie crumbles. And it's like, this wasn't really planned. This was brought together by the universe. So you guys probably had something going on with other people. Like maybe when you met, maybe right now, I don't know. But it happens to the best of people. It really does. You could have a whole life going on and the universe is like, you know, excuse me, hi, divine timing here. I'm bringing in a soulmate or I'm bringing in your twin flame. And it's never the timing that you fucking want. It just fucking isn't. And you have to kind of just go with it. So anyways, that's what's going on with this person. Let's see what else is going on. She feels extremely turned on and this is sexually aroused by you. 11:11 on the clock. She feels that she wants a new beginning with you. She desires you sexually a lot. Like if there was a scale of 1 to 10, the Ace of Wands is a 10. It in tarot sexually can represent a phallus, a penis, okay? You know, it represents that in the tarot. And we have this bright light over here, which is just like, I want yours and only yours. And if this is a female to female relationship, that's okay. It just means there's an attraction, there's a chemistry, and there's a sexual desire for you, okay? So there's this beautiful sexual desire. The next card here, oh, one last thing I have to say about this. This person may have Aries in the 5th house, or like Aries in the 8th, or Aries in the 12th. Okay, so Aries 5, 8, or 12 for this person. And if you don't know their chart, that's okay, but that's what's coming in because this is very Mars driven. This is the sign of Aries. And I feel like when it comes to the bedroom and sexuality, this person has some Aries in the bedroom, okay? What supports that is you're the most beautiful soul I've ever known. It blows my mind you could ever love me. So this person is very appreciative of you. I don't mean to be super sexual in a YouTube reading, but I have to kind of say what's on my mind, and I have a dirty mind. You guys know that. But below, and the Ace of Wands, this person probably really enjoys giving head. Yeah, she likes that shit. I know. A lot of girls are like, wait, I don't like it. I don't like it. I know there's a lot of girls that don't like it, but this one does. So I'm just saying she maybe only likes it with you, but she wants that with you. So that's coming up with You Blow My Mind, Ace of Wands. She also thinks that sexually, period, in the bedroom, you knock her socks off. Like you just fucking blow her fucking mind. She's never had it like that with anyone but you. The way you touch her, the way you talk to her, the way you grab her, the things you do to her, how you have control, just your sexual energy is like, wow. And no one's ever gotten this person like this before. So there's this whole new sexual burst of excitement. And she's like, oh my God, I've never been turned on by anyone like this much before. Now, I'm not saying she's never gotten turned on by anyone in the past. I'm sure she has. I'm sure she's had some very good sexual partners. But this one is it. This one is mind-blowing. So moving on. Well, we have divorce. You guys, this could be an ex-wife, or this woman could have been divorced, or you may be divorced. But this is definitely a relationship for divorced people. Like, you guys have been divorced at one point in your life, if not divorced from each other. There could also be the energy she feels like you need to get a divorce. Maybe you're still technically married to someone, this third party. Maybe it's like, are you going to fucking cut the cord? Are you fucking done with that? Because that other fucking relationship's in the toilet and this one's on and popping. So what's going on? Supporting that is, love scares the shit out of me, but I want it. She's really scared. She is terrified, actually, to love again. This woman has been divorced or had really bad relationships in the past, possibly terrible. Who knows? Cheating, lying, abuse, abandonment, mistreatment of all kinds. And she's loved hard. So this is someone that when they love hard. And they love with all their heart. And it doesn't go away, period, till it's fucking time. And clearly it's not time for this person to stop loving you. So she actually wants to stop pursuing you if there's a third party. So this woman loves you very, very much, and she's very emotional over you. There may be a lot of tears and a lot of emotions about you because you guys are soulmates, because you guys are fated, perhaps because you guys have children, perhaps because you grew up as children, perhaps because you had a past life with this person, maybe more than one. And so this girl is extremely emotional. But at the same time, she's like, I just can't keep going and going and going in this third party situation. So she feels that way. We'll do the he reading in a moment, honey. Okay, Ted? So she's very scared, and that's it. She's terrified to love you. She's considered walking away, but right now, she loves you. She hasn't stopped. She wants you, and she wants it. Just be gentle with her, because know that her heart is very fragile because of the pain that she suffered in the past relationships. And there's the clock chiming. Okay, next we have Two of Pentacles, the balancing act. She has weighed her pros and cons about you. She's got your good qualities and she's weighed out your bad qualities. And she's found out, I still love you. Out of everything that's happened between you guys, the good still balances out with the love here. And the bad has not tipped this person over yet. This person has faith in you. This person brings you into her world, even though she's very, very busy. This is a woman that has to juggle it all. This is a woman that is managing a home and a family and a career and her spiritual walk and her grief and her healing. This is a woman that's trying to get herself together. This is a woman that is working on her appearance, on her weight, on her everything. And she's just trying so hard to balance out her life and make it good. But she also knows that the elephant in the room is there's two parties besides her. Now, whether that's her partner or your partner, there's a third party in the fucking way. And she's just not, she hasn't figured it out yet, but she's trying to figure out what to do about all of this. And at the same time, she's very smart, Virgo vibes, right? Very smart, Mercury vibes. And once that day comes where the bad outweighs the good, she will cut it off. And she's trying to figure it out. And I just see her juggling kind of back and forth with you. She also feels that you are back and forth with her, that it's not stable. Okay? that sometimes you're in and sometimes you're out, and that makes her very uncertain. So confirming that is, it was love at first sight and my first true love. Nobody can take that away from us. Mostly with this card, what I feel is she feels like it was love at first sight. She didn't know she loved you. She just felt something. It was like when you guys met, maybe that personal event stands out to you guys. Maybe there was an elephant around. Maybe it's the elephant in the room. But when she met you, sparks flew. There was like an electric little, I don't know, just something. And she felt, wow, this is different. This is a little bit different. And maybe she was already with somebody else at the time when you met her. Maybe you were with somebody else at the time. I don't know how you guys met, but there's definitely a third party. And I know you guys have met before. And I know that this was like deja vu. When you guys met, it was deja vu. It was like, I know you from somewhere. I've met you before. I recognize your soul. I don't recognize your face. I don't recognize you, but I know your heart. I know your heart from somewhere. I know your vibe from somewhere. You've definitely met each other in a past life. Like that's definitely here. And you may have even very well have loved each other in a past life. And maybe that's why your love is so different in this life, because you guys have tried to kind of pull away from this connection, obviously, to be with somebody else, but there's still that, I love you. Don't go. I love you. I miss you. You know, that's Six of Cups. I miss you. I miss your heart. I miss your soul. I miss your presence. It's kind of like being with family that's passed on and you're having a dream and you feel their presence in your life and you're just like, oh, it feels so good to have that dream because it feels like you're alive again. And then you wake up and they're not there. And so that's kind of how it feels for her. She's just like, I hate when you leave because I feel like I've lost somebody. I feel like I've lost something and I miss you. And I just, I'm trying to figure it out. So she's really trying hard. I don't know, that's where we're at so far in this reading. So she is the one. Her love is very turned on for you. And she's been brokenhearted. You guys have what it takes to make this work, but it's going to take some courage. Okay, so let's get some arrows of love from the Oracles of Mystic Moon. So you guys kind of have a friendship slash sexual relationship. It's like, it's either sex or friends. Where's the middle? That's what I'm feeling. Sex and friends. Where's the fucking middle? You guys are lost, you know, because you haven't taken that leap. You haven't made the choice to take the leap to be more than friends and more than lovers. It's like that would be commitment, and that scares the shit out of her, and it probably scares the shit out of you. And I'm going to say this before I move on. It's easy to marry someone or love someone for money, for kids, for clout, for reputation or status. It's easy because you're in it for goals. You're in it for a house, a car, kids, a lifestyle, a last name, whatever. It's like, I made a deal and I'm getting what I wanted. It's very different to marry someone that you love because you're scared. What if they don't always love me? What if they stop loving me? What if they leave? What if they love someone else? What if love doesn't last forever? There's always that fear. And so when you marry for love and nothing else, it's extremely frightening because there's no guarantee you're going to get something at the end of that contract versus a car, a house, kids. When you love someone, you're signing up for life with someone and you're giving your heart away and you're saying, don't hurt me, love me. And how can someone promise they're always going to love you? It's very scary. And so these might be people that have gone through abandonment and broken hearts. And that's why loving someone and being with them is really frightening. Because what if? Okay, sorry. Holy Spirit, please guide and direct me with the oracle cards to pull out the best, honest cards possible for this love reading, to mark how she feels for my viewer. Mark how she feels. Bottom of the deck is farewell. She's terrified. She has thought about not going forward with this because she honestly feels like you're not there. When are you ever going to be there? Under farewell is long distance. Go figure. Maybe you guys have a Parisian past. There's Paris here. Maybe you guys went to Paris. Maybe you're going to go to Paris someday. Maybe you met in a past life in Paris. I don't know. I do feel she feels that you are far, far away from her, and you've moved away from her, or she's moved away from you. And she doesn't like this long distance. She feels like you guys have been long distance for so long that, is there any coming back? Is there any coming back from being long distance? We have anticipation, so we have the cherry. Did you pop her cherry? Did you take her innocence? Like, what is this cherry popping? Maybe it's not, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just sweet anticipation for you. Then we have up in smoke. You guys could definitely smoke together. And people in Paris, they smoke all the time. So there's like some kind of Parisian smoking situation going on here. Like, I don't know. But maybe you guys, you know, it's up in smoke. Yeah, there's definitely an oral fixation. I'm just going to put that out there. Take it however it resonates. This chica has an oral fixation with you, or maybe you have an oral fixation with her. Maybe you both have it for each other, or maybe you both have a smoking addiction. I don't know. I'm going to leave that up. Next, we have Secure Love Nest. Okay, and the next one is Up in the Air. Okay, so up, up. I know you get it up for her. Just kidding. But seriously, up in smoke and up in the air, love nest. She's very unsure about how you feel and what you want. And maybe she's very unsure about how she feels and what she wants. There's a lot of confusion here, to be really honest. And again, more than anything, this girl here, she fucking wants to be living together, having a family, and sharing a home, and growing old with you. Like, that's what she wants. She wants to take care of you. She wants to love you, hug you, squeeze you, feed you, tend to you, be a comfort in the storm. She wants to be your warmth in the cold. She wants to be your friend in the loneliness. She wants to be family when there is none. She wants to be here now and forever. She doesn't want to say goodbye. She hates goodbyes. She says, fuck goodbyes. Transformative love, which is the death card. This woman could have been a widow. You could be a widower, but I think this woman has lost people, perhaps even men or women that she's loved. And she's terrified to love again, because what if you die, which is going to happen. But when is the question. This woman is terrified of death. She's scared of it. She hates death. She'd rather avoid it altogether. And you may not even realize how much she's cried, and how much she's been hurting over you and over life in general. You may not even realize how much weight she carries. It's the elephant in the room, and nobody knows because she's strong and she looks like she's got it. You know, the elephant walking on the tightrope is like, wow, look at this elephant kicking ass, walking the tightrope. But really, that's really hard. And it's not going to last long. You know, someone walking the tightrope, that's not going to last forever. She's barely keeping it together. Like, this woman barely keeps it together. And it looks like she's doing it on her own by herself. And it could be with somebody else. It could be. We have third party. I'm not going to exit that out. But it would be so much easier on her to share some of that burden of life with someone. And right now she's like, I don't know if you want that. I don't know if you can give me that. I don't know if you're still married and juggling someone else around. I don't know. But I want to create a life with you, and I don't even know if that's possible. That's why it's up in the air. So she's probably just really upset. That's what I'm getting. Let me put these cards away. Spirit, please guide and direct me in an oracle. Okay, well, it just flew out, so we got it. That's an oracle of her feelings right now. And this is just her feelings right now over your whole situation. And it is she who regrets. El Clat. Battle, victory, and bitterness. She's tired of fighting. She's tired of fighting by herself, or what feels like by herself. She's tired of fighting for love. She's tired of fighting by being in love. She's just tired of fucking fighting. She feels like she's had to fight for everything she has. Fight with her family, fight for money, fight for health, fight for love, fight. Everything's a fucking fight. And she's like, I can't. I don't want to anymore. But she keeps doing it. And bottom of the deck is she who questions. Emil. Curiosity, destiny, and search. My clock's chiming. It is destiny for you guys. But she just doesn't understand why it's such a fucking fight to be with you. Like, why isn't it easy? She's really wondering why can't it be easier than this? So we have El Clat, she who regrets, brings a message of bitter victory and success, which may be regretted in the long run. She knows how to go to battle. She understands how to win a war. Never having run from a fight, she grounds and sets and rests herself upon her foundation, and it's littered with skulls of her victories. But she stands there solitary on a smoke-covered battlefield, secure in the knowledge that she won, that she is victorious. But while the battle had to be waged, could it have been done with less acrimony? Maybe some of the wounds El Clat inflicted were to herself. There will never be any love lost between El Clat and the ones that she has crushed in the name of her hollow victory. This message of this card is to use it with caution in arguments as well as disagreements. It's how to resolve those moments that defines the future. She's learned how often her angry words were used as weapons before any attempt at truce was made. She's learned that when she goes to battle to fight, she may win, but it's hollow. She's learned that she needs to pick her battles. She's learned to be quiet and not always speak out. She's learned to be more cautious with the things that she fights for and over. She has regrets for her words. She's probably said things to you that she regrets saying to you. She has done things to you in a battle, in a war between you guys, that she regrets. If she could go back in time, she would take that away. She would never have done certain things that she did. At the same time, with all of those regrets, she's grateful for the lessons that she's learned. She's found other ways now in her being taught through the hard way about confrontation and how it doesn't have to involve the loss of friends, lovers, or self-respect. And before she sends out any declaration of hostilities, which is a threat, she's learned, do you really want to keep and honor those words? She's looking deeply into her heart, and she's remembering the things that she's done in hostility or in jealousy or in anger, and she has a lot of regrets. She's asking herself, what is the best outcome for everyone involved? Which is very unselfish. That's good of her. For her to sit back and say, what's better for everyone? That's great. And then she has, will I have any regrets if our love ends bitterly? If I leave words unsaid? And last, who would be harmed and hurt if this love is not settled in this life? So she has some concerns. She wants to fight because she sees children being affected. And it's not right for them to continue with years and years of nonsense, of a waste of time. I actually just found out a friend that I know was only married newly for like 2 years. She'd been, it's 11:11 a.m. Jaxie. She was only seeing this person for like 2 years. They got married for 2 years. Now there's a breakup, like recently. And I mean, I'm assuming she's not divorced yet, but she's seeing someone else. That's a nightmare. And you know, I don't know what's going on with her. I don't fucking know what's going on with her. That sounds like a nightmare. And she was already divorced twice before that. So we're working on a third here. People have to look at their battles, their hostilities, their threats, and see, is that really what I want? You know? So be careful who you choose. Because, you know, again, the fear is, what if it doesn't work out? And my thing is, don't jump the gun. Don't get with someone, meet them, fuck them, date them, move in with them in a couple weeks, you know, start making promises before you even know who and what the fuck's going on. You know, and before you know it, 3-4 years go by and you're looking back like, where am I? What am I doing? Who am I with? I've been driving on autopilot, going in this relationship, and my heart was never there. So be careful with that, you know? Whoever I'm reading for, this woman, she has been hurt many times before. She's afraid to love again. Is it worth it? Is the battle worth it? I really think she's kind of taking, with the Hanged Man, the overall underall energy that we got earlier, I really think she's sitting and just contemplating and reflecting on how she feels about all of this situation. Okay, so let's get an oracle about your love with this person, and then I'll move on to he. Spirit, give me a message of love for this connection, for this particular relationship. What do you want to say about this love connection? See, I was dead on. Look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. And we have a woman looking in the mirror with a cherub and these beautiful irises. I'm so sorry. Okay. Up in her head, I see a deer on a long path, which looks like temperance in the Temperance Tarot card. And she has waterfalls. This is a very tearful, emotional message. She is in Hanged Man position. She is just reflecting. And she's sadly looking at her pattern in the men or women that she chooses to love. And she's trying to deal with that. I will say this, she is not the same woman you met. She's changed because the battles have changed her. The deaths have changed her. The years have changed her. She's learned and grown so much. So honestly, I just think this woman's really working right now on her inner issues. She loves you very much. She misses you, and she's turned on by you incredibly. But she is not comfortable with a third-party situation, and you're going to have to figure that out on who you're going to pick, what you're going to do, and where your life is going to go. I will say this, think about your future. Think about if you get sick, who would take care of you? When you pass away, who's gonna handle the funeral arrangements? Who would do it lovingly? Who would contact everyone and be inclusive for everyone? Who loves you? Who's your soulmate? Who deserves to be there? Who deserves to be there at your deathbed? Who deserves to hold your hand when you leave this world? Is it just someone, or is it your soulmate? Someone that you've lived a life in a past life with before and gone through death with before. Someone who's connected to your ancestors. Someone who's connected on the other side. Personally, I would want someone like that more than anyone else. But more than that, think about your life. Not death and sickness, but think about how you want to live your life. Do you want to travel? Do you want to own a business? Do you want to own a home? Do you want to have children? Do you want to be financially stable? What kind of retirement are you looking at? What's going to happen when you're too old to work? Are you going to live on Social Security alone? Are you going to work yourself to death? Do you have a plan? Are you going to be with a woman that is investing in real estate and financial future planning and insurance? Or are you going to be with a woman that doesn't have her shit together, that's barely hanging in there herself and maybe hoping her kids will take care of her? This particular woman doesn't want her kids to take care of her. This particular woman wants to take care of her children till her dying day. This is the kind of person that plans for a future. Two of Pentacles. We have a planner. Maybe not great at planning love relationships, but great at planning a long-term future with the love nest. This woman is into real estate. This woman is into doing things right. So she wants long-term. And I think if you're watching, you need to think, are you in the position where you need to be for life? Are you with the person you deserve to be with for life? Or are you living in a spiral tornado of a mess? Okay. So she is Hanged Man. And she questions your love for her. How much do you love her? How much of a future do you see with her? She knows it's destiny. But are you going to join that battle? Are you going to pick up your sword and fight for her the way that she fought for you? And I think that's a lot of the question here is she's put down her sword. She's fought and battled for you. She's been to war head to head for you, for your love. Are you going to war for her? And she's kind of waiting and wondering, are you going to fight for her? Are you going to divorce that person for her? Are you going to choose things for her? Bottom of the deck is last. Well, isn't that a beautiful card? The Union of Hearts. There is a connection between the both of you that love defies explanation. Oh, there's a beautiful chemistry. This is a beautiful connection. Spirit says this is a true love. This is really, honestly, soulmates. She loves you so much. And I know you love her so much. And I know you guys have had a past life. Like that's in the cards. Are you going to have a future? And that's the fear. But Spirit says one way or another, you guys are meant to be. One way or another. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to keep crossing paths with this soulmate in this life and in the next. You are. You're going to keep crossing paths with her. Okay? Well, that is that reading for her and how she feels about you. Now we're going to get into him and how he feels about you. So, thank you for watching if you were only here for the her. But now we're going to get into him. Okay. All right, Holy Spirit, give me a moment here. Let me cleanse the energy. Let's put that on there real quick. Okay, get a drink. Yeah, baby? Yeah. Hang on real quick, guys. Yeah?
Do you remember a party?
Uh-huh. Give me a kiss.
I know there was a party last night.
Last night? You know? I think you had a dream of that. Let's see it.
It was a whole big dream.
Really? So it felt like a long time. Okay. Take all the rest of them off. Well, I love you. Maddie had dreams about a party. That's really nice. So maybe there's a celebration. He has an omen for a party. 3 cups. All right. Holy Spirit, please guide and direct me in these cards. Give me new vibrant energy to read a new message today for how he feels for the person that needs to hear this message. How does he feel? This is for a he specifically. He can be with a girl, he can be with a boy, but how does he feel? That's the message we're getting. Holy Spirit, please guide and direct me with these cards. Give me a message, please. Use my hands to direct me to the right cards for how he feels for my collective that needs to hear this message. How does he feel? How does he feel? How does he feel? Okay. Bottom of the deck over here we have, listen, I despise others giving you the attention that I know I should, but my pride stands in the way. So he is a little jealous. He is. He's a little jealous. I'm not saying he's a lot, but he's definitely a little jealous. He does not want to see you doing anything with somebody else. That would hurt his heart a little bit. That would hurt his pride a little bit. It would hurt to see you doing things with another person. But at the same time, he knows he's not giving you that time and attention that you deserve. Okay? So he's a little bit worried that you might be getting some attention from somebody else. And even if you do, he can't stop it. He's not going to stop it. But he still hates it. He hates it, and it just bugs the fuck out of him. This fell, so it's a bonus. I recognize myself inside of you. There's a piece of him in you. Whatever that is, but there's a piece of him in you. Bottom of the deck over here. 5 of Cups. Sorrow. Overall, underall energy for him is, I have a lot of regrets. I feel terrible. I've ruined our cups. 1, 2, 3. That's our happiness. I've thrown away our cups. I have so many regrets between you and I. I wish I wouldn't have done so many things that I've done. I'm dealing in a river of regret and sorrow. This is, I am so sorry. I am so, so, so sorry. I wish I could change things, but this is also crying over spilled milk. This is being so sad, so upset that you're not noticing the 2 of Cups behind you.